Headline: CBS virtue signal backfires spectacularly. Okay, it's not a headline, but it's one that I think would work pretty well. Imagine this, trying to lead a charge by utilizing the fear mechanism, and nobody cares. The entirety of the audience is basically completely awake at this point, and when it comes to mainstream gaslighting, well, they're just simply ignoring it, and they don't engage. Even competitors wouldn't follow CBS's lead. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, well, let's dive into the failed boycott attempt of Twitter by Paramount Global Network, CBS. Well, all their news networks anyway. Here we go. So, when information surfaced on Friday that CBS, a Paramount Global Network, that they were going to actually pause usage of Twitter because of security, I actually laughed out loud. Talk about cutting off your nose to spite your face. CBS has long been tracking older in viewership, and not just amongst their linear television distribution model. It's on their streaming side as well, at least as far as the audience is concerned. If you're 65 or older, then CBS is the network for you, because you're at the prime age to consume some of the stuff that CBS has to offer across the board. When it comes to appeal, the younger audiences largely ignore CBS. In other words, they're non-existent. And this is despite some stepped up efforts that CBS and Warner had jointly in the network that's now been sold, called the CW. Prior to its sale, that was their last gasp at grabbing a younger audience. But in a message that was delivered by some anonymous spokesperson and then confirmed by the CBS Evening News on Friday's show, the following quote was uttered. CBS News and its owned and operated stations are pausing activity on Twitter, blaming uncertainty on the platform. Uncertainty about what? The fake narrative around RIP Twitter that everybody was laughing at? I don't know. Security? Laughable. And again, I quote from the Post, CBS News is one of the first major media entities to flee Twitter in the wake of threats from many Musk critics to leave the platform once the billionaire Tesla CEO took over the company. CBS News reporting on the matter started with a response to the ultimatum that the employees must actually work and be productive. In the reporting by the newsreader shill that was on the television, as name's Jonathan Vigliotti, the correspondent featured a quote from a disgruntled former engineer who was laid off. He claimed that the culture of Twitter under Musk was definitely a culture of fear and uncertainty, of anxiety, leaning even further into hyperbole. By midway through the Elon Musk hit piece segment that Vigliotti was reporting, he basically took the opportunity to report the pause. He stated specifically, and again, I quote, in light of the uncertainty around Twitter and out of an abundance of caution, CBS News is pausing activity on the social media site as it continues to monitor the situation. And what kicks this story into the stratosphere is the ensuing mockery that followed. And there was a ton of it. Many news networks, not CBS, and news organizations didn't waste time before throwing shade, even outright ridicule at CBS News. Even Fellowship notable Viva Fry stepped up to the plate, tweeting, and I'm going to quote him too, not only is Elon Musk trying to revive free speech on Twitter, but he's also successfully killing fake news on Twitter. At CBS News, good riddance to bad rubbish. End quote. Well done, Fry. In what I'm now going to call a hilarious backtrack, CBS had resumed posting as of Sunday morning. A new CBS PR account posted. Wait a minute. A new CBS PR account posted? Anyway, to quote, after pausing for much of the weekend to assess the security concerns, CBS News and Stations is resuming its activity on Twitter as we continue to monitor the situation. Well, at least somebody woke up and realized that even fewer younger eyeballs would be falling upon their carefully crafted narratives if they were no longer on Twitter. And much like no one goes to Hooters for wings, no one goes to Instagram for real news. For better or worse, Twitter is a de facto source for information, communication, well, and humor, in my opinion. Now that it's injected with fewer penalties for speaking your mind, it's come back to a more interesting space. CBS and other authoritative news sources, and I'm going to put that in quotes, authoritative news sources, do what a lot of activists do. They become the personification of what French lawyer Alexandre Auguste Ledru-Rollin mocked in a very, very famous quote prior to the French Revolution. There go my people. I must find out where they're going so I can lead them. Unlike the press, Elon Musk is leading. He's investigating, he's deciding, but he's not doing it in a vacuum of comfort like the establishment does, like the establishment rests in. He is evaluating by careful examination and experimentation. He's allowing for failure, and that failure will lead to better solutions. I agree with him. He's also leading by trusting the people. In fact, he's made Twitter even more vibrant by employing a simple polling practice and then yielding to it. For an example, using a poll of all 117 million followers that Elon Musk has, he allowed people to decide on the reinstatement of the Donald on the platform. With a simple tweet, he released the verdict to that poll. The people have spoken. Trump will be reinstated. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. And translated directly, that simply means the voice of the people is the voice of God. If only CBS News had such cultural relevance. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think CBS was foolhardy in this particular stunt? Do you think that they actually expected other news organizations to follow suit in a stand of unity? Will Twitter shift news organizations to actually do some journalisming? At least now that they're on the same playing field as normal citizen journalists, they may have to. I think those are all good questions. I'm interested in what your answers might be. So please give me some of your insights in the comments section down below. And with that, as I always say, support other independent creators here on this and any of the other platforms that you see me on. They can certainly use it. A like, a share, a subscription, and a comment goes a long, long way. And with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. And don't forget to check out my Rumble at rumble.com/CultureCasino.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.